Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. We are down one road administration fund this week, so we have a lovely picture of Narsam. But Realmhunters episode 4. Last we left off, for brevity's sake, I'm going to cut the recaps. They're in the Discord. You should check them out. They're really, really good. But it takes a bit of time when we start the session, which I could use in turn to bully my players instead. Last week we had a spelling bee, and I feel like there was someone who did not quite get to participate.
Oh, no. Get wrecked.
So,
do you know how many messages I sent to Des writing the recap today?
Yeah. Which basically, it allowed me to make sure I didn't actually give you any spellings for something that I would want you to spell today. So, your word of the day, Viddy. Velathir.
This is
the country
bullying. English
Velathir.
is not my first language.
A spelling that none of us actually have.
Yeah, the only one who could actually clock me on my spelling today is Raph, and he's not here. So yes, would you like it in a sentence?
Yes, please.
So, the once city-state of Burton expanded its borders and has many towns and cities now, naming itself Velathir, the Elvish word for the lands of Odyssey.
Okay, so we're probably using Irish spelling. We're not using standard English spelling, or just American spelling.
None of my English is standard English. Have you heard me speak?
It's something. It's probably got like an AE in it.
Okay. I like your approach.
So, VAE.
Yeah.
LYA.
Nope.
Space THIR.
No, you're very close. VAELATHIR.
I should have just gotten with my gut instinct.
You should have. It's okay. You're not getting inspiration for 5 weeks. We established this in canon.
Note to self, never use a Y instead of an I in one of Dez's spellings.
AJ, spell Arcthalia
oh my
right now.
God. AJ should be able to. It's in your backstory.
THEY.
Did you say ARK?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I know because the spelling of architects is funky. Because it's a pun based on Arcthalia.
ARCTHEYLIA.
I have that written down.
If there's a funky spelling on architects, that's just my typo.
Okay, radio.
This is also the problem.
I know
this is also the problem. In the notes, Des doesn't even know their own spellings.
No,
Yeah,
I know my
architects
spellings
is
in the
ARK.
canon written stuff, but my phone, it's whatever's closest to the finger at the time. But guys, before we get started, let's hydrate or dihydrate. Get ready for the session.
I have had to add so many words to my Google Drive dictionary just because it just keeps giving me the little red squiggle underneath it. I'm like, don't. Stop it. These are all words that our DM has come up with. They are the correct spelling, I promise.
So,
unless Des has sent me the wrong things.
Look, there's like 4 or 5 different spellings of Venzardin floating around.
Yeah, there are.
My phone
That's
does not
partially my
like that
bad.
word. It autocorrects it every time.
I can spell that one.
I know you can. I've given you that spelling. I've given you many spellings over the past few days. But last we left off, the party had made their way into the 10th Realm's well for the first time. Probably the last time. Things took a sour turn inside. Rhea saw a woman who she believed to be her grandmother. She wasn't. It was a darker being altogether. Revealed to be the bloody dame, if she is to be believed. She killed Narsam. Originally grabbing his throat, and then with her next legendary actions, finishing the job. Leo, in a moment of panic when the bloody dame requested Rhea to decide who dies next, when she began to laugh at Rhea's plead for nobody, Leo saw an opportunity. A quick gap where he used the device given by the Lyceum to get out of any realm of existence and back to the Lyceum, dragging nobly Narasam's body through. A noble effort for naught. You find yourself back in Venzardin. You've talked to Lord Kolana, who believes there could be issues of godblight. You talk to Lady Tavis, who's still interested in you. Perhaps even more so now. You talk to some people in the Lyceum. The well has been closed. The reward at least forfeit for you all. Unless you've decent enough information, but you didn't really manage to get much. But there is patrons who can help your financial issues anyway among the party, or perhaps other friends and family within the city if you have them. We open just after you get back to the Colosseum. After Lady Tavis's. And I want to open with Leo. As you everyone starts filing back in, there's a little bit of calm quiet. That kind of post-funeral wake when no one really knows what to say. People kind of are strewing around. You don't have to be anywhere till the morning. It's somewhat aimless, I suppose. What are you doing with yourself?
Leo would like to find a bathroom or a private place where he can lock the door and take a moment. I will find that room, preferably with a mirror.
Yeah, easy enough.
Leo is going to lock and wedge the door, just offhand, and pull his hands out of his pockets, and they are shaking. He's going to breathe. He's going to pull the rabbit out and start talking to it, and look himself in the mirror. It was close. It was too close. We need to know more. I need to be smarter. That's not good. All right. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes, and then we're going to get back to work. Rabbit's just going to listen. Leo will get in the fetal position on the floor and start crying, an intense release of stress and emotion for precisely 10 minutes. Bawling. At 10 minutes, Leo will get up, vomit, clean it up with prestidigitation. There. No more clutter. Time to go check on everyone else. And return to the rest of the party.
Okay. During that 10 minutes, Noah is also a financer, but is anyone to do anything specific in that 10-minute window before Leo returns to the group?
Ria has probably wandered off back up to the rooftop where they kind of looked over everything before, just trying to look off into the distance for far away towards where the road would be. Just kind of in her own space, wanting to not really be around people.
Okay.
Is there a urban type aspect to the arena?
Can you repeat that?
I
You're
assume
just a
there would
little
be.
quiet there, AJ.
Ali's looking for a drink. I'm assuming
Yeah,
there's a
there's
tavern
kitchens
type
and
bit of
spirits,
this.
or there's taverns near the Colosseum.
Yeah, I think Ali pours herself a pint of ale and then pours a second pint of ale and just sits at a table with the pint, one at her and one across from her. And we'll just over the 10 minutes down both of them. But she's got that. It's set up that one of the pints is for Narasam.
Okay. And then last but not least, but Aurelian, you finally get home. The stress of the day. What are you doing for this 10 minutes before Leo returns to the group?
I think after seeing everyone go off into their own spaces momentarily, Aurelian wants to go into Vikram's office,
Okay.
if he has one.
Yeah, he has kind of like a bedroom with office attachment. It's just as he left it. There's still like papers from the day's events from when he disappeared.
Are there like weights and like punching bags in there? I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's weights, there's punching bags, there's a desk that is almost comically small for his build, with kind of just stuff strewn across it. There's a couple like sandbags, various like grip strength training things, and a small little painting of you on his shoulders as a young boy.
Aurelian's gonna go over to the painting and just run his hands along it. Just knowing that if the situation was different, if it was Vikram and it wasn't Aurelian, then Narasam might still be alive with the group. Because that entire moment, I wasn't here, but Aurelian was pretty frozen, in shock. And he's not strong, but as hard as he can, he just begins pummeling on a punching bag on something and throwing weights at walls, and
Okay.
begins to search through Vikram's desk to see if he could find any other mention of Narasam, any letters, any... Where did he find
You find
this person?
a loose contract that kind of it wasn't so much that he found Narasam, it's that Narasam responded to a posting on a board in the 10th realm. Other than that, there's not much said about Narasam. There's no family name given. There's just Narasam, Jorki, and details of the payment to protect you at all costs. And it's very standard work. There's no clause about death because it's expected to be a bodyguard in a city.
How much was it?
How much was it? Narasam, over the course of the next 2 weeks, was meant to get paid about 150 gold. Ali, the same.
Is it written in Vikram's handwriting or?
It's written in Vikram's handwriting, which is not the best. It's not worded like Vikram. It's definitely like he's copied the contract from someone who's better at doing this sort of thing, but he did not want to pay them.
Aurelian's gonna fold up that contract and just keep it with him.
Okay.
And just continue to like punch at a punching bag until his knuckles bleed.
So,
Just in frustration.
I suppose I have a more simple question for the group. You have to go to Lord Kolana's manor in the morning. That is a commonly known fact. Do you reconvene as a group tonight, or do you spend the night separately?
Once he's composed himself, Leo will go look for everyone else.
Yeah. Ali's doing the same. If people want to spend time together, she's more than happy to spend time with each other because it's easier to share the burden.
Okay, so Leo, Ali, you make your way back to the common area. It is an easy enough place to find.
How are we holding up?
Not bad. It's first time I've seen that in any form. You?
It's certainly not the field work I'm used to.
Yeah,
Could have been any one of us.
it could have. It could have. I didn't know him well, but I knew him probably the longest out of any of us. He was a good man.
If she could do that to someone of his skills, the rest of us didn't stand a chance.
Exactly. So we should be glad it wasn't one of us. All right.
It's a lot to think about.
It is. It is. But
I think after a little bit, Aurelian will come down after wrapping hands.
Okay.
And
Ali sees. You.
Are you all right?
Well. I feel much better.
Likewise.
Do you need some help with those? And Ali will gesture to your hands.
No. It's
Okay.
helps
course.
me center.
Yeah. I know that well.
Has anyone seen Rhea?
I was just thinking that.
I can think of one place where she would be here if she was still in the arena. And Ali will look towards the ceiling. You helped her out there. I assume that's a safe space.
Wait here.
Yeah.
I'll go see if she wants some company. If she wants to be left alone, I'll come back.
All good.
The wind will whip around Leo's feet, and I will fly to the roof.
Easily done.
Do I see Rhea?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll see her. She's like sitting over by kind of the edge, like looking off, and they probably can't see the wood from where they're at, but she like can tell which direction it
You
is.
see a different woods, but it's not of the wood.
Yeah.
Gentle gust of wind nearby Rhea as Leo lands. Do you want me to go away?
No. You can do whichever.
What do you need?
Does anyone really know what they need?
No, not today.
Not today. I did the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life today, Leo.
I know. I'm not going to tell you it wasn't your fault, because you won't believe me.
Thank you.
But I'm here for you. Do you need a hug?
Please. I would love
Oh.
a hug.
I'll drift over, plonk myself down next to her, and just give her the biggest empathetic hug without comment or judgment. Just
Yeah. And she's like very like shaky the whole time, but like just trying to not be, if that makes sense.
Is everybody trying to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the day until we go tomorrow?
pretty much. There's lots of shock going on, myself included. But
Are you okay?
it's a lot to see. You in a day of firsts, watching a man's head get ripped off is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
No,
Yeah.
but we should all probably eat something. I'll come down.
You want to fly down?
Sure.
Or she'll
Oh,
like
come on.
grab onto you piggyback
Yeah.
style.
We'll drift back down.
Okay. So, as you all gather for the evening, processing what you will, the evening is yours if you want to go into town and get thoroughly sauced, or stay within the Colosseum grounds and talk. That is up to you. If you want specific conversations, or if you just want to go to bed from this point. let me know.
How late is it in the day?
Between getting back the debriefing between Lord Carolana, between the headmaster, then go to Lord Carolana's and then Lady Tavis's, I would say it is getting close till about 8 in the evening.
Aurelian, do we have rooms, lodgings here? Is that an inconvenience? Rhea and I can go back to our dorm if that's
No,
not appropriate.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the most comfortable. And there's probably some blood on the mats that still haven't been washed away.
Prestidigitation can fix that.
I've tried.
Oh. Do you want to not be here?
Are you guys staying here?
I do have someone I want to go visit. If we are to be quarantined for the next few days.
Do you want me to come with you, or
I think we should all go.
Perhaps we'll join you. I think a bit
sounds good?
safety in numbers and something to do more than anything.
Of course.
And plenty of drinks to be had.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Certainly not going to hurt. Oh, wonderful. Who are we meeting?
We're going to... Well... Only the most prestigious bar here in Tarathea.
Is that ringing any bells?
I mean, there is a very prestigious bar in this town. Well, there's two competing ones. There's the 10th Realm, which is considered by some to be the best bar if you're of the rough and tumble sort. You know, it is truly the mercenaries kind of bar. However,
It's Ali's favorite.
on the other side of the square, on the Mantera Thier side of things, not the Arvora side, there's a by no contest, much better constructed, much more extravagant place known as the Gilded Rose. It is the most aristocratic. It is a high-end inn and tavern that serves any bodily pleasure one could so wish for.
I'm
Far
not ready to
away.
go back to the 10th realm.
Oh, it's not the 10th realm. It's much nicer than that.
Lead the way.
Are you gonna make me wear shoes?
Only if you want to. Then no shoes tonight.
It's a no shoes kind of night, I think.
I'll still be wearing shoes.
Oh yes, I'll be wearing
You can
shoes.
wear your shoes.
You
Yeah.
might want to be up on Leo's backpack while we walk over there. There's a lot of broken glass on the road.
Oh, okay. And she'll just
So
like
much.
do like a little bit of a jump and a twirl, and she'll like calm down. And she's like a little fox again.
Come on then.
And I want to take
Also,
them to
correct
the
myself.
Gilded Rose.
The Gilded Rose is on the Arvograd side. The 10th Realm is
Yeah.
the Mantara Thier side, is what I have in my notes. Or maybe that's backwards.
I think
We
that's
We have
backwards.
better bars.
I think that sounds backwards.
That sounds very backwards to
Yeah,
me.
10th Realm. That is my notes. I will fix that.
Yeah.
Because no, I've multiple
as we're-
copies and they're conflicting.
As we're walking, I'll just look towards Rhea and just... Can you understand us in that form? That's kind of cool.
So
He starts
Kinda cool.
kind of talking back to you, and it feels really weird and confusing. Like you don't understand. It feels like a language, but it sounds like a fox. You don't have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I think I need another drink.
Apparently, that is what the fox says.
Jesus Christ, Biddy.
as you
Fucking
make your
Biddy.
way to the Gilded Rose, it stands proud in the heart of the city. It's got
Yeah,
a
it does.
vibrant sign outside. It's got the sign itself is beautifully crafted, what appears to be golden rose, but you assume someone would have stolen if it was real gold. As you step inside, it is a warm and inviting interior. It is large in here. Inside is adorned with tapestries, intricate woodwork, soft, warm lighting that's coming from either arcane or ethereal sources. As you get in, there are sturdy wooden tables kind of strewn around, plush seating kind of throughout it all around. As you get in, even seems weird. There's a lot of merriment because a lot of people in the city don't know what's gone on today. There's clinking of glasses. There's the scent of beautiful meals, and you see there's a plethora of serving girls and guys, all wearing a very similar uniform, very like beautiful, like half-cut tunic with one arm out, and they're all very similar hairstyle. They're serving very fancy bottles of wine. This is a place where a lot of money gets thrown around. It is impressive. There is a stage in there with various kind of just a singular person playing the cello tonight. It's very kind of low and calm, but it's beautiful inside. As you get in, there's instantly a half-elf woman who's kind of standing, wearing a similar uniform, but looks like almost like whether like military style, like a rank above. It's very clear that she is above the kind of the regular run-of-the-mill servers. It is a striking woman, effortless in her design. She's honestly quite the treat to behold. She's maybe, I want to say 5'10"-ish, half elven in origin, definitely. She's hair kind of slicked back into a ponytail, maybe like almost that kind of like not quite brown, not quite blonde. Probably looks like it's been dyed a few times to go for different ones. The eyes are just a striking blue for now. As she kind of instantly approaches Aurelian, she goes, "Darling, welcome home."
Commander Thornbrook, I see you've pulled out your outfit once again.
We're short-staffed.
Aren't you always?
Well, table, room, booth.
Room would be very nice, actually.
Business or pleasure?
I look at the group.
Oh, not for me. Just a glass of something cold and
I have a treat
sweet.
that might. Cold and sweet. Do you have any blood mead in stock?
I do, imported from Bellerin.
I hear cold and sweet, and I just like hop off his shoulders and I turn back. Me too.
All right.
I think around
make
the
Are we
the-
feeling
make the
pleasure
fancy-
or pleasure tonight? I know, Aurelian, you're not going to partake,
Let's-
but anyone want a lap companion for the night?
Maybe set us up in the quiet booth in the back if no one's back there.
Sure, absolutely.
We'll be able to
So
enjoy
for
the music.
all of you that aren't here, usually it's to the right of the stage. There's a little swinging doors there. It's a more of a chill atmosphere back there. Lower lighting.
Thank you.
Any food tonight? We have a lovely roasted pheasant.
Starving.
Ravenous.
Sounds
I'll
good.
send a platter. Some cheeses and grapes perhaps to start. A bit of a charcuterie board.
Make the blood mead something sweet for these two. This one's a student, and I don't know if that one's had alcohol.
Oh, okay.
It's very sweet.
It is. Are we looking for stronger drinks? Are we looking for some cocktails?
I will love the strongest thing you can make me.
I can just give you a bottle of spirits if you want.
Make it stronger. We're celebrating a life today.
Well, far be it from me to judge. I will send you. I have a nice. Imported. It's not strong, but you don't normally drink strong. It's wine. It's a very good red. It's from over in Velathia. There's a lovely little vineyard over there that I know of. You'll like it. Go on to the booth now. Off with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.
I'm
Aurelian is
gonna,
very
like-
confident leading you through here.
I'm gonna like kind of scurry up beside Aurelian and lean over and go like,
I thought you had money trouble.
Well, kind of.
Can you explain when we get to the booth?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll actually
Amazing.
lead the group to the booth and go, "Oh, actually, I need to speak with Alara just for one moment, please. I'll be right back. Enjoy the sights. If anyone comes up to you and begins to get a little handsy, unless you have the coin for it, I would just let them know to move on."
Put them on your tab. Copy that.
No, absolutely not.
It was a joke, Aurelian.
I know you've got the coin for it. And
As
I'll turn
Aurelian
around.
wanders off. You guys will love blood mead. It's a delicacy from where I'm from.
You make it with blood.
We don't make it, but yes, the bees. There's not many flowers up north because it's too cold. So the bees take dead animals and things and refine it into honey. It's nice.
Oh.
It's not vegetarian. Got it.
And everything eats, though.
Oh,
Yeah, very true.
yes, the
It's-
circle of life and all that.
It reduces waste out there, you know.
Mhm. Does that mean you have less flies?
Yeah, I mean flies don't do well in the cold either, but
Because
in
normally you
summer
have, like-
sometimes.
Flies and with the maggots and the ants and all of that. But if you have bees competing for that, I feel like all of those would probably be less prevalent.
Yeah, I suppose. When it gets warmer, it's a bit but
Hmm.
yeah.
This is happening. Redding, you find Alara, is it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just back at the bar.
Easy enough. She's just getting a few kind of plates ready. She's getting like just platters ready and just kind of sending a few people out. Kind of definitely more organizing and directing people than doing the actual serving herself. But she sees you, she goes, "Is something wrong? We haven't brought the stuff yet."
I'm going to, like, Aurelian's probably just going to find something to do. And, like, whatever it is, like, packing up silverware or, like, putting it on, like, a tray or something. And just kind of, like,
It's helping.
yeah, just, like, look like they're staying busy and go, I actually need a bit of a favor, Alara. We have, well, rather, I have a bit of an issue with the Lawmaster. I'm sure you've heard at this point.
I'm aware of your fine.
There is... I know of Lady Tavis. I'm sure you know a little bit more.
She's an interesting woman, for sure. She's, well, nothing wrong with her, but she's not so much the socialite for this sort of environment. I've heard rumors.
Oh, no. Well, I can confirm that many of those rumors regarding the types of magic are true. At the very least, she's told us that much.
Ooh, interesting.
She's offered to pay off the debts.
Okay, that's good for you. What's the catch?
If we enter fealty with her. And I thought I'd come ask you.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it, I suppose. She's not by reputation to be sinister, from what I've heard. The people that she works for are very well paid. Some of them spend their money in here. That's where I hear my rumors from. I suppose it mostly just...
Oh, Sam, wait for the sauce on that one. I'm just gonna...
But I would have a cautious optimism with that woman. It's weird. I don't want to say too much. I don't know where ears might be, but she wasn't always Lady Tavis, if you catch my drift. She was her maiden name is originally Kelleth, a family of no repute by any means. And I don't know who this Lord Tavis is who she supposedly fell in with. I don't know where he is. I've never met a Lord Tavis. But some odd... God, you would have been just a pup. Maybe about 15, 16 years ago, she kind of really surfaced in Venzeridin as the Lady Tavis, formerly. A few of us still knew her as Kelleth. She was always an exceptional arcanist. Don't get me wrong, but she wasn't the level of generational wealth that she appears to have now. If you get me, like she came into some money, like capital M money.
Just out of nowhere.
It was shortly after she came back from a trip to the Woad. Apparently that's where, I don't know if Lord Tavis is a Mantarathea family. I don't know if Lord Tavis is somewhere near the Woad family. But she came back and she was now mind you, I don't have many ties to Mantarathea with the upper aristocracy other than when they visit. But I don't have much of a record of a Tavis family.
Understood.
But it's the kind of wealth you don't get that kind of wealth by making a new flavor of ale. That's like the I own people kind of money. It's like the people probably died to get that money, mines or it's money. It's not like oh, I can go to a tavern and splurge on. It's like, no, I can buy half a city up if I want. It's a certain level of wealth that doesn't come around by just one person.
Well, unfortunately, it seems that she knows how to flaunt it very well.
Oh, definitely. She plays her people well, and that estate she built is fantastic.
I need to cut to the chase. I have
All right.
friends waiting at the table. I need an advance.
How much?
390 gold.
That's a lot of money, Aurelian. That's a lot of money. I could probably do 250 easy. I don't have 390 something gold just kind of laying around. A lot of it's tied up in stock, and if you need it though, I believe Xanrin is back. They're not working, but they're in their room, not entertaining. I believe they had a very favorable donation from one of their suitors that might cover the rest if you really need it. I know you two are close. I can get you 250 easy, but it's the rest.
It's much easier to cut a deal with you than with Xanrin. I have no idea what Xanrin wants.
Well, look, if you get 250 is that's at least 3 books. That's at least.
I understand. And full rights, of course.
Of course. Have you considered asking your mother for the money?
As a last resort, I would like to be, in this order, indebted to you, and then perhaps to Xanrin.
Do you want me to say ask
Whether or not
to
I'd
go
want
down
to
to your
be
friend's table? He's not.
And whether or not I want to be indebted to Lady Tavis, an unknown individual, or my mother, it's a little up in the air.
I'd take Lady Tavis. No offense.
I personally would as well. I know that is an option, but it's more of a safety. I don't want Lady Tavis to have anything over us. She's interested in working with us, but this would be quite a debt looming over us.
You don't want to put your family business on the line. I understand that. If I had
Tell
more
you what.
time, I could definitely look into it. There's
Do as much as you can.
I can get you 250. Tell you what, go. Your friends are going to start wondering where you are. And she kind of hands you the platter of food and wines, kind of just like she goes, don't drop anything. This tavern is a house of cards. Everything needs to flow well. Don't drop things. I'll send Xanran down. You can talk to him there. Or he'll pull you aside.
Bring them to the table. I'm sure that they'll lift our spirits. Thank you.
So, as you very carefully make your way with this tray of just like roasted
behind.
pheasant. Order fly. Just going out. It's just like a revolving door in that kitchen. But you make your way back and the party is, it's been a couple of minutes, but you've got like this tray of like glasses and meats and grapes, cheeses. It's very fancy.
I just wanted to make sure that they brought out their best cheese and best fruit.
Certainly
don't need
looks
to do
like
that
we're
for
well
us.
taken care of.
The grapes are good.
Here. And Ali will pour a measure of blood mead for everyone who wants it.
Thank you.
It's all right.
So are you friends here?
Many friends here.
Is this like another home?
I suppose you could say that. I spend actually most of my time here now that I think about it.
For
It's
work
okay to have
or
more than one home.
pleasure?
As you
I'll
say
leave
that,
that up for your interpretation.
figure kind of pushes through the doors. Tall, maybe slight elven features, very beautiful, kind of almost androgynous features. Eyeliner just done very subtly. This kind of very loose fitted silk kind of tunic and just very tightly fitted black slacks. Silver white hair that's pulled back into a ponytail. Hey, sugar. Didn't realize you were back in town. Introduce me to your friends. Hey, Ali.
Oh, hello. Long time no see.
Zenril, meet the remaining members of Team 5. Team 5?
Where'd the strong one go?
Zenril.
Oh.
Darasam didn't make it.
Yes.
Oh, I liked him. He was pretty on the ice. Could hold me well.
Well, anyone with forearms will be able to hold you well, wouldn't they?
I am a handful. So, names. Ali, Aurelian. Don't know you, but would love to.
Well,
Rhea.
Hello, Rhea,
Rhea.
darling.
hello.
My name is Zanril. Puts a hand out. But you can call me whatever you want to for the right price.
You charge money for people to call you different names?
It's included in the package.
Oh, this is great. I'm just gonna watch.
Ali looks like she wants to say something to like explain this, but then she goes,
Then-
No.
Aurelian's having a great
What
time.
package?
Oh, unless I'm going to be really shocked by this, it's going to be two keyholes slapping against each other. But if you want, we can try.
Keyholes?
He kind of just looks to the group.
Like, I can tell these are definitely, like, analogies, but I don't really...
Oh, I have sex for money.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm good, thank you. I don't really have money.
I mean, if you're interested, we can always put it on a tab.
Okay, Leo told me about tabs. I still don't really get it, though. So, like, there's this whole...
Pay
Like,
it later when you get some money.
I know, but, like, what if you forget?
We'll send someone to remind you.
I'm good, thank you, though.
That's all right.
"Hmm,
So,
Your hair's
Alara-
very pretty, though.
Thank you. It takes a lot of work. Aurelian, Alara said you wanted me down here. I'm not working tonight, but I could. You know what? 4 people to 1 table. We make it worth my while.
We do have a conversation for later, but currently, we would like to celebrate Narsum. And as somebody who also knew him, I would like for you to also be present.
I wish you knew him better, but I suppose I can drink to his name. Drink to those arms,
Aurelian,
anyway.
yeah.
That's a shame.
It's a great way to start. And Aurelian's gonna stand up a little bit and pull up the glass of blood wine and go. What happened today was a tragedy that we did not see coming. However, knowing Narasam, knowing everyone who is ready to step into that portal and take on any sort of jobs around the city, now that there is a risk to be run. Narasam was a very quiet man. Did not speak very much. Which is why he was an excellent bodyguard. Was always reliable. Was always available. Always had an extra hand to hold the door open for me. To Narasam, Joaquin, member of the Nahajad. Bodyguard, perhaps son or brother to some. I don't know how they do it in with the Joaquin, to be honest.
They definitely have some form of family. Got it, right?
But to a member of a team, a reliable person, and to a friend. May whatever happened to the soul, maybe the nice one.
To Narasam.
See, all.
To know some.
Sarah kind of turns to Aurelian and goes, why is it every man you introduce to me that I want to get with ends up disappearing? First your dad,
I
now
need
Narasam."
you to shut the fuck up.
And they just knock back to
Too soon. Too soon for both of those things. Well, Zenrel is one of my better friends here in the Gilded Rose.
I'm your best friend.
Do you
Shut
have
up.
bad friends?
No, just not many would put up with him.
I have acquaintances. It goes acquaintances.
Everyone has acquaintances.
It goes fans, acquaintances, friends, best friends, and a secret at the top.
The secret at the
It's
top.
enemies. Enemies at the top.
Oh, I see. You have a lot of enemies?
Not necessarily. Not that I would
Your
say.
friends close and your enemies closer.
I don't
do
like
know
that.
I know that phrase, but that is not exactly what I was going for.
I don't think you should keep enemies close. Far away, at least outside of stabbing distance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or outside of poisoning distance.
Samuel kind of just looks at their glass of
That too.
wine and just goes, this is going to be a long party.
Yeah.
So, Alara mentioned that you were back, but you're not performing? Servicing? What's up with that?
The doctors don't think I should be engaging in strenuous activity right now.
Oh, then let me take that away from you, and I'm gonna go reach for the wine glass.
Braver and stronger men than you have tried. And they just put it back.
I was gonna say
don't
doctors
think
have
you'll
told me
survive
that
the
before,
attempt.
but
Are you
doctors
okay?
have told me that many times you don't need to.
A couple of weeks back, Aurelian had a crazy woman obsessed and tried to drug him, but I was in the same toast, and I reacted very poorly to the drugs. And then it basically started corroding some of my insides. And then I had to have a
Oh.
couple of tubes in my stomach. I have a lot of admirers, so they sent me to the best doctors in the city. So as long I'm getting over it, it still is a bit uncomfortable if I sit certain ways. Can't take me out of my heels, though. Won't happen. And I engage in a certain amount of strenuous pleasure at times that goes beyond the bounds of regular throes of passion. So I am told not to partake in them for about a few weeks. So I have enough ardent admirers that are just funding me till then, and well, I got a few gifts to get better soon, and apparently being off the market for a few weeks has made my first initial bookings, let's say, when I'm back, to be quite the expensive items, because there's a few people that want them.
Oh.
Simple supply and demand.
Try as I may, there's only so many ways I can go.
I guess healing magic doesn't work on like whatever the poison was.
It did to a certain degree, but it was just the way I particularly myself reacted to it. It basically just started really. It's probably because of the amount of bad things I have put in my body, both people and substance, that have interacted badly with this.
Why?
I do a lot of drugs. And drugs and
But
poisons
you just
probably
said
don't
they're bad
mix.
for you.
Oh yeah, but I feel really good when I take them. A short life, but a fun one all the same.
Okay, if it makes you happy, I guess.
So what? Are you all right? Do I have to pay for this guy's funeral?
No, it's
No, it's taken care of.
We're actually
It's
really
all
not
good.
sure what to do with Narasam.
I mean, they said that they would bury him at the school after reaching out if nobody claims him.
yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the Nahajad here. There's
He'll be returned. The Knights of
Yes.
Hell are generally
they-
pretty good with that sort of
I
thing.
imagine if he's a knight, someone's going to come for that.
Yeah, Lady Tavis said she was contacting the Narhajat, so yeah, they probably know by now and are just working out how to get here.
You don't need to worry about them taking long at all.
That'd be dependent.
Magic.
Where exactly do the Nahashad lie?
Second, I gotta roll to see
Asirus.
if Zanril even knows this. Oh, Bernie. So, I only know this. People tell me weird things. The Nahajad are basically protectors of the planet of Hell's Woad. They operate around that whole thing. It's like a whole order.
They might
Someone
have a
said-
hard time getting here then.
No, they're quite adept. They've got these big elks they can ride atop of that can go between planes.
Well, I didn't really mean that. I just meant because if they're in hell and now hell's got things going on recently.
Yeah.
I don't keep up to date. My local newspaper does not give me the updates on the series as much as it should. Interesting.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't know if it's something we need to
I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret or not.
The
I don't know if
Nahajad?
we should concern ourselves with it at
No.
the moment, Ria.
Okay.
It's I think just leave it for a minute.
Okay, Allie.
It's fresh.
Ria's like very much like this is not her element, so she's just kind of like gonna get quieter. She's gonna drink her drink and then like enjoy like picking at food and stuff.
Has Rhea had
Yeah,
alcohol
Ellie's-
before?
Not much, no. Like I would say maybe like she's had like like Christmas wine or whatever. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mead.
little like
This is
Yeah.
the best
Mead
mead
tends
I've
to be in
invented.
the like, yeah, it's meant to be like 9-ish%, I think, is average for mead.
Mm.
I went
gonna
to
be a
the
little
distillery
higher.
last week. That's not true. Mead is like 19%.
like
Oh,
not
it's more. Cool.
Mead averages somewhere between the 7 to 20%, and let's imagine the fact that it's close to the northern part of the hemisphere that they want that to be high, so that warms them. Let's say it's on the 20% side.
But you said it was nice and sweet, right?
Very sweet.
Oh yeah, it's honey.
Then
It's
she's
fermented
fine with
honey
it.
and water.
As you kind
Well,
of get a few
it's-
glasses deep. So, is anyone upset enough that they need something more than alcohol to take this edge off?
Oh, no, thank
What
you.
does
That's
that
not
mean?
for me. But
I'm alluding
What
to
does that mean?
drugs.
Oh,
I feel like I'm going to have to explain myself to you quite a bit.
she's not from around here. A
Where are
little
you
bit
from,
of
darling?
generosity.
I'm from the Woad.
Oh. Don't get many of you through. Not none. I do have some mushrooms that are from the wood.
What kind?
The trippy kind.
You shouldn't eat mushrooms if you don't know what kind they are.
I know that they help you sleep a lot and have very fun dreams.
Does that like with me?
Yeah, you're instantly it comes like 3 or 4 different like different ideas of what that could be. You're like, oh, none of them sound like they should be done for like a fun kind of thing. That's interesting.
Oh.
I feel like it's much more, you'd know them through like rituals of like connecting
That's
with
what
your
I was thinking, too.
subconscious and shit like that.
Yeah. You know there's like there's known to be some that would grow near widow's lace, which is like they're kind of symbiotic with each other, but it's within the same hallucinogenic family as widow's lace.
You shouldn't take those very often. Those are really bad for you. Like they're fine, like if you're using them for like spiritual things, because they're in very small quantities and they're prepared properly. But you shouldn't just like that's really bad.
Okay. How do you know though? Have you tried?
Well, I was instructed by a witch of the woad on the proper rituals needed in order to carry those out without having any of the negative side effects, such as death.
I've never overdosed.
I've tried something similar once and I have learned not to mix it with alcohol.
You're boring then.
Zanril, are you high right now?
It also causes
I'm on
really
a
big
lot of
issues for your-
medication that I
for
probably
your
shouldn't even
gut.
be drinking with.
I'm gonna like press the digitation, a glowing ball, and it just like starts turning different colors.
Yeah, the pupils do not change size.
Oh, I'll get in on this. I'm going to quickly pull out like a small metal sphere. I'm going to put a couple of glass beads inside of it, and
Oh, I love
A
when you
little-
do this one.
a little clockwork in a little clockwork motor in the bottom, and I will hit it with my wand, and we're going to have disco lights.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
They don't
it's a
even
rave.
seem to really react to it that much. They kind of look and they go, I'm high, but I've been high many times. This isn't going to make me trip out or anything.
Oh, I just thought it'd be fun.
I mean, that's cute, but
It is impressive.
Yeah, but like
Very impressive.
I'm from like way deep in the world, and like a lot of stuff here is very, very different, and I don't like it.
That's right.
Well,
that's all right.
I,
I do
think
have,
these three
I
are.
have some seeds. I do have some seeds. They kind of reach into their pocket, and you recognize they pull out dream vine seeds. Dream vines.
Why do you have those?
You get bored. Not everyone is as interesting as you have to pretend they are. As interesting as you.
Ain't that the truth?
You concern me. Are you sure your body's okay?
I never said my body was okay.
Right. When
You
they
said it was
mentioned that,
fine. They
Very
didn't say it was
well.
mentioned
okay.
that the insides were
That's the right
corroded.
attitude. I never got your name, but maybe I want to know.
Oh,
When they mentioned that their insides were corroded, it wasn't because of the poison from a couple of weeks ago.
I assumed it was.
It was a mixture of that reacting to all the things in my system.
Just a big
Okay.
old soup of bad.
Yeah,
You know
super-
those are like those are addictive, right?
So am I. They knock back the glass of wine.
well, you are what you eat, I
It
guess.
just- Fist bump Sandra.
Yeah, it's just like
I mean, it can boost your immune system in low dosages.
do you believe I've never known a low dosage of this?
After this conversation, yeah, I can.
So you just don't do fun then, is that it?
I think my
Different
fun's
types of
just
fun.
different than yours.
Huh,
Although I
boring.
think if I had to live in a city like this all the time, I think I might be bored a lot too. So
It's alright, you just... When the mind gets too quick, you numb it, and you just make a shit ton of money. Simple.
but when the mind's
See,
quick,
my
you can
id-
do fun things.
Hmm.
When my mind's quick, it's not good. No.
Sometimes
Have
you
you been
want
through
to
a lot
slow
of
it
bad
down.
things?
No, Neff, not in the slightest. This is a very poor party.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are we not
I haven't been to
sent-
many parties.
Honey, it shows.
Well, I'm gonna pull a gold coin, palm it to Zanrol, grab a couple of the seeds, grab a couple of the mushrooms, leave them on the table, and go.
Easy enough.
Well, I think it's time for me and Zanrol to go find our own entertainment for a little bit. Are you all okay here for just a minute?
Can I have some more of this? And she points over to the blood meat.
Well, there's a whole
Allie
bunch.
didn't fill my cup that time.
Yeah, you know what? I have something I think you would like. Sam! And she shouts back the same one, really, and shout out, go up to my room. There's a box of chocolates that's half eaten. Just bring them down for these kids. Come on, Aurelian. Come on.
And then, like, as we're passing
Ellie.
by, and then, like, as we're passing by, like, another, like, server, like, Aurelian go, oh, one more blood meat for the table. Put it on Alara's tab. Thank you.
So, you bring Zanra off
Mhm.
somewhere private, I assume?
Yeah. Private back room or back to Zanrol's room.
Yeah, they go up to the room. They just kind of take off the tunic that they had on. Like, oh, it's so hot down there. Too many people.
God. Zanrol,
What?
you know, I'm not going to
Sugar,
judge you on
I
your
can't
nudist
help it.
tendencies, but
You always have to
know
scout
you're
out
comfortable in yours.
prospective clients.
I understand, but I didn't bring you down here so that you could scout out clients.
All right, why did you bring me down then? What you need?
Well, I mean, two of them will have money, so maybe you could find a way with their families, but I need a favor. And I feel terrible asking you after just coming out of the hospital.
That's all right. You don't really ask me for favors. What's up? Spill it.
I need 140 gold.
Okay.
And what do you want?
Will you pay me back?
I will pay you back once I have the money, yes.
Easy.
Where did you get 140 gold?
I've been saving to buy a house.
Senril, I know that you've been saving to buy a house, but you've been very careful with your money up to this point.
I have a stash. It's a little north of 300 right now. It's not a lot, but it's a couple of years' work with anything I can scrimp and save. But I know you're good for it. If you say you'll pay me back, you'll pay me back.
What is your relationship with Lawmaster Ananek currently?
I have a bit of dirt on him if you want. I know what he's into, and it's not pretty.
Oh. Well, I think it's better if you go in my stead, if you don't mind. Another favor on top of a favor.
Sure. I'll pay it off. But I want to bring the fox with me so she loses her mind at the idea of paying a fine.
You're going to have to ask her directly. I do not speak for...
Can I scam her into it? Can I lie?
She doesn't like lying.
I'm okay with that.
Alara has the remaining 250, and he has 110 from my side. It's 500 for the fine.
Alright, I'll cover the balance. I'll see if I can get it
And I
cheaper.
will
though.
pay. That would be appreciated. Whatever you are able to get for cheaper, then you save.
Alright, I will I kind of looked up like the clock. So it's kind of just ticking gently on like a very like beautifully designed one. Like very much grandfather clock in the room, which is kind of out of place for like this small room. Big grandfather clock. Very different design to anything else in here. He'll make time. Come on, let's go down. I want to... As they walk down the stairs, and Xamarin very much so like opens the doors both again and goes, looks at Rhea and goes, "Hey, sugar, want to come help me with the thing?"
How drunk am I at this point?
Roll me a con save at disadvantage for the day.
I left
Let's
my
go.
dice in the other room. We have not needed them. I'm so sorry. One
I like how
second.
you could use roll 20, but you're just like adamant to not.
No, it's never.
Oh,
it's
God,
not
no.
an option.
No, it's cursed.
No,
It's
no,
not an
no,
option
no.
for Jen.
What are roll 20 dice?
Look,
Lies.
I roll it
Cursed,
so that
that's
I
what they
have
are.
initiative, and that's it.
God, I've got
I apologize.
so many dice over here right now.
that's okay.
You said disadvantage, right?
Please, you're well into your
Yeah.
clubs.
9 plus.
Enough.
10.
Six.
Yeah. Yeah, 9 plus 6. So 15.
So, sugar, want to help me do a thing? It'll help Aurelian.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can help. What do you need?
I just need someone to come with me while I walk over to the Lawmaster's office. I just don't want to go alone, given my condition.
Okay.
Perfect. Links arms at you and starts skipping.
I'll be here.
Will you take us back, though? Because I don't really know where this is.
Promise.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll be back. Bye.
Have a good
See you,
time.
Rhea.
Enjoy.
So what are you doing?
I lost my place. Where
Well,
was
Aurelian has some money issues.
Are you doing homework in the middle of a bar?
I? It's quiet. There's food. I've got
good
a lot to
lighting.
do. Yeah, the lighting's not bad.
Leo doesn't realize
Just
he's
go-
accidentally consumed fantasy Adderall, and he's just like, I know it now. I know how to do this.
That's what the seeds are.
I'm trying to make sense of that platinum disc. Leo's that kid at a party who's just hanging out with
He
the pets.
definitely is, though. He definitely is.
Yeah.
So, out on the streets of Enzeridan proper, when the Lawmaster's office probably would not be open naturally, Rhea, you find yourself just being like whisked through this fantasy land of like lights and sounds as you're trying to stop and ask questions, but Zamra's like, no, quick, gotta go. And it's like, it's all there, and you're probably more sauce than you realize when the air hits you.
Diddy, your headphones.
You're too close to the microphone. So, what are you doing in a city? Please tell me.
I'm gonna close the Ember Rifts.
Oh, that's what ate Aurelian's dad.
Yeah, it ate me too, but then one of the Lyceum professors pulled me out. To be fair, she had a rope around me at the time when I went in.
Kinky.
I mean, it was so that I didn't get stuck in a awful fire hellhole forever.
Been there.
Really? You've been through an ember rift?
No, but I have been in a hellhole. Okay, wait here. And they just start pounding on a door, and it's just like you hear grumbling inside. And people like, "We're not open." You just hear someone goes, "I've been stabbed! Please, someone help me!" And you just shoot.
What? You've been stabbed? When did that happen?
Shut up! As someone comes to the door, just and they see Zara on their face, immediately just goes, "What do you want?" "A lawmaster, please." And he goes, "We're closed." And he goes, "Jared, I know what you do." And he goes, I'll get him.
How did you do that? You got him. He said no, and then he said yes.
Magic.
What kind?
Enchantment.
Oh, really? You didn't even say a spell. And she's like, just starts going off into like some weird,
you know,
like
the way
nerdy.
sorcerers can subtly cast spells? It's similar.
Really? I thought that was only really a sorcerer thing, and she just, again starts like going like into like really nerdy, weird, like specific magic things that no one would expect her to know.
What have I created?
As she kind of looks at, they kind of look at you. The lawmaster comes to the door, and their face kind of like this Corvathil, which you wouldn't think the color could drain from a Corvathil, somehow manages when they see Zanril. The eyes kind of just look and they go, "What do you want?" "I've got a bill to pay for a friend." See, Aurelian's got a fine to pay because he got in trouble, and he has to pay money to this man to not be in trouble.
Why?
Aurelian basically committed what is known as a crime. Basically, a bad thing that isn't accepted by the rest of the people here.
Okay. So, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and basically what Aurelian did, he punched that man's child. Straight in the face.
Aurelian punched your kid?
Didn't hear it from me.
I'm
Multiple
so
kids
sorry.
actually. Went to an orphanage.
Oh, no.
And
Like, not talking to you anymore, talking to the Corvathil.
he's just like, "It's enough. Do you have the money?" He goes, "Yeah, but I don't want to give it all to you." He goes, It's non-negotiable." He goes, "Negotiable is my territory, sugar. It's always negotiable. I can make certain rumors if you go away." He goes, 400. If you just leave right now, 400. If you leave and I never have to see you again, 400. He goes, 390? And just puts the money forward, and he just takes it, and the door gets slammed. You need to make sure Aurelian doesn't hit any more kids. He's honestly raised him proper.
I'll make sure I tell him. Yeah,
If you
punching
see
kids
him
isn't okay.
going to
Like,
raise
they're
his
annoying
hand,
little
right,
shit.
just stop that. It's just
Okay.
he's
Just
a-
in general?
yeah. No, he gets a bit punchy. You know, you wouldn't think it, but he was raised in a gladiator's arena, so he gets a bit.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Get so much trouble. Anyway, come on, and links your arm and skips you back to the tavern. Meanwhile, in the tavern, you heard it here first. Aurelian hits kids.
I just couldn't take it anymore. It was just the
The Bundy gets everyone differently, man.
Yeah.
Where are the
Really
rest of the
does.
Australians? Yeah.
So,
Well-
what are you doing there? And Ali's talking with Leo about the homework.
Leo's in the middle of casting the Identify ritual on the platinum disc. You can see he's pulled out quite a large peacock feather, and he's pulled out his wand and is shining small rays of arcane energy through a small pearl, and the peacock feather is writing almost on its own.
You notice towards the end of setting up your ritual that you are missing one of your little magnifiers.
For fuck! I don't need it right now. So I'm identifying the platinum disc. The peacock feather is calligraphy writing itself as I make observations on how the magic reacts like a lens as it shines back through the pearl.
Okay, so as you
It's a nice
cast it-
pearl.
Okay.
Not magical.
Perfect. We've learned something new.
Have we?
Oh, yes. We now have a known unknown. We know that it's not magical. It's more information than I had 10 minutes ago.
Leo, when was the last time you changed the nib on that pen?
It's not actually writing with ink.
Well, it still uses a nib. And I present like a very similar quill.
Magic is weird.
It's I don't have to use the feather. It's flair.
Oh god,
I've never changed it.
I've just realized I'm the only non-magical person in our group now. Oh no.
Oh, but you are enchanting. And
Oh no.
Cursed even.
Allie gets like one of those pressure headaches you get from drinking too much.
I'm going to take a look at the platinum disc and see if I can identify any writings on it. Now that I know it's not magical, it's safe to fart around with.
Investigation check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
How drunk are you?
Leo is not drinking.
Okay.
Leo is creating the illusion of drinking.
Allie's caused that illusion by drinking his drinks.
And Leo is focused on this and will really kind of lock into what he's trying to find out. As I do it, I will cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
That is a shitload. That is 21 without modifiers.
And with modifiers?
With modifiers, that is 27.
27. As you look around trying to find writings or anything, it appears to be flat, formless. Really, any details are lost. And then a lot of it, you feel like there's a lot of like grooves in it, though. A lot of stuff that's meant to move. And it takes a lot of finicking. But after maybe about 10 minutes, you finally find one bit that clicks into a different place and locks.
Got it.
Nothing happens.
No, that's good.
Ryland's gonna like pull his head up from the table like, did something happen? It looks the same.
It's like a 5 mil piece that's just off to the side.
It looks exactly the same.
To the untrained eye, I would like to consider any magical items or antiquity that I've seen in the time of my training or work that has similar mechanisms, similar way
Nothing
in which
is
it
quite
responds
like this.
to
You've
being
seen puzzle
farted around.
boxes,
Yeah.
but nothing. You kind of got the thing from Elwyneth when she gave you this. This is something that's stumped her for a long time, and you don't even know if she's solved it because she's kind of coy about that. But this is some complex old shit.
So, Leo, is this really all you do? You sit and fiddle with things for hours, even though you're in the most beautiful bar in all of Mentarathea. Rio mentioned that you also read for 8 hours straight, and you asked for extra homework from your professors. Is this all you do with your life?
Well, it seems like there's a lot of people around here fiddling with things.
Yes, but it's the more entertaining kind and more
Well,
flashy
for them,
for all of us.
this is very
And
exciting.
I'm not even into it.
Doesn't really do it for me either. But this is fascinating.
But
A professor of the Lyceum couldn't crack this.
right,
And in 10 minutes with a disco ball,
or perhaps
I've made
she
progress
got
on
bored
this.
with it and handed it off to you.
Or maybe he's just
Have you ever thought
undone the
about that?
work that she had done.
Shut up, you're not there.
This is
Des
always
is the
there.
DM. Des is always there.
He's not at the table, there's like characters here.
Joke's on
Anyway,
you, there's no table. We're all in different parts of the world.
God damn it.
God, this stream's getting really meta. Hey chat, how's it going today?
Des is the homework. No, I
Because
just
he does?
Look, I
I'm gonna
will
solve it.
frustrate you inevitably, but you will get it done. But at this
I
point,
like this.
Zanril and Rhea return. Kind of.
Oh,
I
you
like-
lived.
I bound over to like the booth part and not even just like sitting like normal. She like clambers up and is kind of like in a little bit of a hunch thing and she gets really close to it and goes,
Leia,
What,
did you know Aurelian punches kids?
I'm
what?
gonna go to my room. Bye. Also, this
Yeah,
entire
no,
time,
what the
Zanril has just
fuck?
been like chest out. Like he's just like he's not. He didn't bother putting his tunic back on for any of this. Bye bye.
What did Zanril tell you?
The truth, and they gone.
and like she obviously like she's drunk to the point where she thinks everything is a secret and she thinks she's being really secretive.
She's like,
Mm,
yeah, we
everyone
went
heard
to
it.
a guy. I don't know what a lawmaster is, but we went
Oh,
over to stalk
you went to
him,
NNX?
and he was really, and he was like really grumpy, and they lied at the door, and
She like bangs on the table to like mimic her banging on the on the
Start packing my things up.
like banging on the door.
and they were closed. And then there was a guy named Jared, and apparently he has rumors about him, and so does the lawmaster. But apparently, Aurelia did a bad thing, and when you do bad things here, you have to pay money. But that doesn't stop the bad thing from happening. So I don't understand why you would have to pay money. So like apparently the bad thing that Aurelia did was punch a child, and not just any child.
Oh.
But get this, the lawmaster's child.
I didn't think the Lawmaster had kids.
That's
He does.
that's a scandal.
Right? Why would Aurelian do that?
Like
Must have been a
What, you
pretty
didn't-
rude
Sam?
child.
Sam?
If it wasn't the Lawmaster's kid, then did you just punch a random Corvus little child?
I need you to go to Lara to get rooms for these completely inebriated individuals.
All right.
In-
There, I
I'm
know.
fine.
Third floor, fourth door on the right is free. I'll go let Lara know you're going up.
Third,
Third floor,
thank you.
fourth.
Wow.
3-4.
I have it.
got it.
All right.
Okay,
you
I
mean
think
I'm
you've
drunk?
had enough to drink for tonight.
But I'm thirsty.
We'll get you
Zanril
some
can
help.
water.
I love some water. Can I have some, please?
and she just grabs like cheese.
Okay, you can take the rest of the snacks.
No, thank
Bring
you.
it up to the room. I'll grab you some water. Just get out of here.
Wait, Rhea,
I'm not
when you
drunk.
grab the snacks at the table, can you roll me a d20?
Uh-huh.
There's
Why are
drugs
you
on that
grabbing
table.
the drugs?
Oh no.
No.
14.
14. If I roll above 14, you grab drugs.
Okay. I mean, Rhea
7,
knows
you're
what
fine.
not to take. Rhea knows, like, plant-wise, what you shouldn't be eating, regardless
There's
of if she's
not
drunk.
just plant drugs.
Oh, that's fair, my bad.
But you're good.
Aurelian's gonna scoop up the rest of the non-snacks.
In a
Doesn't
really
matter.
strange way, like, she looks like she's gonna tip over this fucking thing. But it's almost dancey, but in a very stumbly kind of way. She's like, no. They're like up to the stairs where the plate is.
And she's used to climbing trees with things that she's grabbed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not going to drop it, but it scares anybody who's like,
And some water up to the room, please. Thank you.
I like.
Halfway there,
Water.
she turns back and goes, "Is no one coming?"
I'm packing up. I'm missing a
Come
lens.
up.
I can't find
Oh,
it.
I got that! And she's like spins
Oh,
around to reach into her bag.
I'm literally
Doing,
right
like,
behind
this,
you.
The snack tray in one hand, reaches over to grab.
It kind of like spins a little bit, like she can't quite reach it, but she thinks if she steps, then she'll be able to reach further.
Just a dog chasing a tail.
Ali's at that point where Ali fully believes that she has stood up from the table and is walking behind Rhea right now. Ali hasn't moved a muscle. She's just sitting at the table just like, I'm right
Ali?
here. What do you mean? Yeah?
Ellie?
Yeah.
Ellie?
I think Allie
Okay.
accidentally took something.
Yeah, well,
We had
Accidentally.
just drinks tonight.
I'm fine.
What did I tell you about what Zenril gives you?
It tastes good. Okay, here we go. And Ali will like go to stand up and stumble.
Just-
Falls right back.
Imagine being Ali's height of sitting at a regular person table. All of a sudden, she's just gone sky high.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah, with no concern for the ceiling or anything. Just
Oh no, the ceiling here, you're fine.
I need your tallest server, please.
There's just instantly like a Goliath guy who's just like definitely works the door most nights in the same outfit, but it's far too tight because they don't have his size. Goes, "What do you want?"
Todd, you look wonderful tonight.
How many times must I tell you my name is Alhorn?
Alhorn, Todd, same thing. Can you please help Ellie up to her room, please?
You able to walk?
yeah. Nah.
No.
Rhea has gotten
You get
distracted
carried
and is
as
now
you just get one armed up over the shoulder.
Rhea has definitely
I
gotten
like
distracted at this
Goliaths.
point and is talking to one of the other servers that's been there for a long time.
No, Rhea,
And-
up the stairs.
And while she's talking to the server, she's like, "Did you know Ellie touched again?" Like the whole thing. Like she's so like flabbergasted about how her new
very-
friend would do this.
She's very inebriated. I'm so
She's
sorry
halfway
about
across
that.
the room. Remember, there's a
Alhorn looks at you
swinging
and he
door.
goes, "Oh, nice," and he fist bumps your shoulder.
That is not nice.
You show those kids who's boss, kick them out. Is this one going outside or upstairs?
This one's going upstairs.
Fourth floor, third room. And he's just,
No, third floor, fourth room.
Fourth room.
You need me grab that one?
Ali,
No,
If she starts going up too
I've-
many, then maybe.
I've got the fox. It's fine. Come
Leo?
As
on.
you all get like herded upstairs.
Come
Ali
on.
singing a drinking song in Goliath as she's just over this guy's shoulder.
He casually joins in and just like songs.
Rhea does not know the words, but she also joins in.
Oh god.
Yep. It's perfect giant as well.
So you
Aurelian's
get
gonna like
deposited in a
grab
very
the
nice
grab the
room.
pouch of like the seeds and the mushrooms and just like take one seed out and just pop it and go. Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
Okay. So, as you guys get dropped into the room, is there anything you'd like to do for the rest of the evening?
Even if there
How-
was, I don't think Rhea gets to.
Yeah, I'll put Rhea to bed. How long is it till midnight?
Like 20 minutes at this stage.
No, for fuck's sake. Yeah, we're at a hotel. I'll try and get to work on some of those scrolls that I was given by Ophelia before bed.
It takes a bit of time. You just comprehend languages if you don't speak Inferno.
Yeah.
So
No,
you
I
start
will
working on them.
does
From
comprehend
the second you cast it, it becomes very clear that this is some way of teaching you the spell Scorching Ray. It will take time, though. It will take time.
Yeah.
But the process has started. You can put a 1 in the progression bar for that. Just mark that down.
Sweet. On it.
I think the last thing that Ali does tonight is she's like lying very messily in the bed, being dumped there, and the last thing she sort of mutters to herself in Primordial is, "I just don't want pain tonight," and then pop.
Like 2 hours into sleep or whatever. I assume Leo's probably still because he lost track of time. At some point during her sleep, she changed into fox form and she just goes over to like Allie's bed. And you know, like a cat will sometimes like curl up next to your neck right here. Rhea, like in her fox form, is definitely like done that because she just wants to cuddle.
So, as you all see,
Yeah, Ali like unconsciously just
That's nice because as sleep comes for each of you.
Oh no.
One
Oh,
after
this is what you meant. This is what you. I thought it might be nightmares, but I
Rhea,
assumed it
We're
would
back, baby.
be. Uh-huh.
That's special.
Wow,
You
we're
begin
starting
your
with Rio.
dreams. It's a beautiful dream. You're like a baby bird. You've just begun to fly. The world is at your wings. But suddenly, the dream turns sour. You hear the voice of the woman that killed Nara Sam. It echoes through. As you're just a bird, you can't speak. You hear, poor little baby bird. You didn't choose yet. And as it speaks, you feel hands grasp each of your wings and pull them out as you jolt awake.
I apologize, Allie. There's probably little fox claws.
Ali's dead to the world.
That's fair.
That's it for tonight, don't worry.
I think
That's it for tonight.
I think Aurelian would still be up. Aurelian has like a bunch of candles like around them, and they're playing a stringed instrument. And
Oh, if you're playing, Xandra
the-
has come into the room. He's just lying on the floor, like looking at you.
oh yeah, we're both kind of just like vibing, but there's candles around Aurelian, and using prestidigitation, he's using the music to control like the brightness of each candle, the hue, and it kind of like goes around in like a pattern around him.
And like a fear of being any bigger than she currently is, Rhea will like kind of come over and she'll like uncharacter you still haven't really known each other for a long time and it feels weird, but she just like hops up in her lap and like curls up and she's like shaking just a little bit. But like she needs comfort and you're awake. And you're here and you're nice and you're doing a comforting song thing and she's just like burp. You can ignore her, that's fine.
Xandra looks at her and goes, "Can we just take her off your lap?" Huh.
Yes, it's very strange.
Kind of gently lifts and gets up from leaning on one arm and just pops you in the lap and just starts scratching the top of your head.
I think Aurelian will change their tune to something a little warmer, and then all the candles get this like really dark orange, like very warm light, just like very comforting, very cozy, and then it gets all the flame patterns on them. Swelling in size with like crescendos and decreasing in size with decrescendos. Just like a nice visualizer.
A couple hours into you playing your music, Xandra is kind of just getting tired because definitely billing her for this.
You offered.
I did. Oh, by the way, I got your bill for only 390 gold.
You are.
How much did you give me again? I don't know how much money I'm pretty wasted. How much did I put towards that?
Oh,
You gave me 250 from Alara and how much did you?
250 from Alara, 110 from me, so that's
360. So I need to put
and then-
30 gold towards.
30. Yeah.
So you only owe me
I'll get
30.
you- Yeah, sounds
Whenever. And with that,
good. Zandral, are you doing okay?
I've never been okay, but that's all right.
Are you doing better?
My stomach hurts less. My stomach hurts less.
I'm glad.
Me too. It didn't feel nice.
I'm sure you'll be. You'll have a line out your door very soon.
I'm not sure that's going to cause me any less pain. I'm going to be busy.
We know you like pain.
Shh, she's asleep. She doesn't need to know that. I just got the little one back to bed. I just got the little.
You want to take her with you?
That'd be funny as shit. She's gonna wake up in my bed. This is gonna be great. She's gonna gently lift Rhea up and go to a different room.
Where's Leo been staying, by the way?
I
Leo's
feel like
fallen asleep in his study vest.
Okay.
He's like drooling
I feel
on
like-
his homework.
when Leo wakes up, like I feel like they just have this thing where they check on each other a lot because Rhea just passes out and Leo passes out at his desk. He's gonna like whenever he wakes up to go to bed, he's gonna be like, "Where's Rhea?"
Fuck.
But the morning comes. You get a long rest. Congratulations. Well deserved.
Hey. Oh, need that.
Rhea, you
All
wake up in
damage
the
is
morning
healed,
in a
emotional and
different
otherwise.
room. You see, there's like a large stand with many candles and many weird shaped objects that I can't describe on Twitch. and a weird grandfather clock.
Oh, look, a terms of service breach.
Oh, look at that! And you are like, they're down to like just like kind of just like little shorts at this stage. Xander, beautiful skin, but you see there's around their midriff the entire time. You would have seen it a little bit last night, but their slacks were high waisted. They're just bandages still.
Mm-hmm. I think because she was a fox, so she'll wake up as a fox. Is Xenral still asleep or are they awake?
Xander's awake.
Huh. Well, like, poof back. Like,
Do you want some salve for your tummy? It would probably just help the skin part.
I mean, if you have any, that'd be good. But I have, they put into one of their counters with just like tubs of salves and potions and ointments.
Oh, you're covered. You're good.
If you want to take some, you can. I don't need them all.
You going to take your stuff? Indoors.
Given to me. I don't really care. You're right. You seemed pretty spooked last night.
Oh, I had a bad dream.
I've got
We
something
met a
for
very... I know you do. Although, you know, not all of those dull your dreams. Some of them make them more vivid, right?
I don't need help with that.
I'm fair. No,
I'm
I just had a
from-
bad dream.
I'm a little bit elvish. Not fully.
Oh,
But I come from prescient elves. So
I don't know a bunch about them. They seem very interesting, though.
they're
You know,
not.
if
They're boring.
Oh.
They're very... They're not interesting. They're very stuffy. But they're all about prophecy and dreams, and it runs in the family, and it's a mess.
Don't like it?
I don't mind it. I don't like how accurate they are.
Oh.
There's this whole issue. I don't tell people. It's fine. We
Okay,
don't
I'm
talk
sorry.
about it. No, it's fine. Dreams are dreams. That's all they're meant to be.
I really hope so. I had a bad one last night.
Well, just do what I do. Don't sleep. Do you want coffee?
That's not good for you. I don't think I've had coffee yet.
You need coffee.
Is it good?
Don't give her coffee.
Your
You'll
coffee's
probably want it
pretty.
sweet. I'll get a lot of sugar in it for you.
Okay,
That's really good. I'll give you coffee and sugar and then deposit you back on them.
The worst aunt,
Can I ask you about your clock?
uncle.
You can.
It's pretty. I like it. It seems important.
Do you want it?
Where would I keep it?
Where would I keep it? Look at the size of this room.
I assumed it was important to you because of how big it is.
You'd think that. I get a lot of gifts. I have a lot of fans.
Oh, I see.
It's from Ojikir. It's some craftsmanship from the Gilded gear set, something like that over there. Guild of Artificers, it's meant to be. It tracks time in all 9 realms.
Wow, that's very cool.
I don't need to track time in 8 of those realms.
No,
And in one of those
don't.
realms, time doesn't pass properly because it's stuck day-night, so don't need that.
So it just kind of ticks back and forth, huh?
It's a lot of ticking.
Oh. My friend's an artificer last night. He was doing the disc thing.
Fun at parties.
I don't think either of us are very fun at parties for very different
You were
reasons.
fun at parties.
I was?
Towards the end, remember, you were doing, now I will say, you had slightly iffy behavior. You were going around telling absolutely everybody that Aurelian hits kids for some reason.
Yeah, because wait, do I have to roll to remember?
Please roll to remember. Give me a straight d20.
Thank you.
Not 20, bitch.
Fuck.
All right. I will roll deception then, because you remember something different. 28 deception.
God damn it.
Yes.
I don't know where you got
Yeah.
in. But-
Yeah, because you said that Aurelian punched
I
a
didn't.
kid yesterday.
I said imagine if he punched a kid, but you went around telling everyone that he punched a kid.
Oh. Because I thought. But why didn't you tell me I was wrong at the time? If that was wrong,
I tried. You were too in it.
what does that mean? What do you mean? Like
You
it was
a
this.
lot of alcohol, and you were having a lot of fun. I tried, but you were too distracted.
Oh. I have a lot of apologies to give out today.
At least you have no fines.
I just don't understand how paying money is supposed to make you not do bad things.
Stops you from going to jail or
Jail.
getting your shit confiscated.
Well, that's pretty good punishment, I guess. If they take your stuff, if you do something bad, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically pay money instead. And then they use that money to fix the roads, keep the walls, make sure people go around and light all the lanterns in the city. It's, you know.
Yeah, just the currency thing. I just can't get behind it. It's real weird.
Also, you may want to go see a friend. You stepped on a nasty amount of glass on the way to the lawmaster's office.
What the? Ow, that does hurt. Okay, thank you.
As Ria leaves bloody footprints towards Leo.
Yeah.
Morning.
Leo, I stepped on glass. Can you fix it?
Oh, yeah. Hang on. All right. Pull out my jeweler's kit. This is not the first time it's happened. I'll find pliers and tweezers.
Yeah, it is a nasty amount of glass.
You've really done a number on this.
I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, the alcohol does that.
I didn't
This
know
one's
it
going to
does
sting.
Just blood.
All right, I think I've got most of it.
that. Okay.
No,
I'll let you know if there's any stuck in there.
Don't get up. I'll pull out a small little electrical spider, a clockwork spider that has a,
One of the legs is kind of crooked now.
oh, that's going to be a whole thing. All right, this will tickle. The feet are
Wait,
not.
no, stop. I don't
I'll
like
hit
that.
it tap it with the wand, and I'll cast Cure Wounds at second level.
Nice.
So, the rest of you begin to wake up. Aurelian, I don't know if you even slept.
Aurelian's downstairs at the bar.
Easily done. So,
Allie wakes up looking probably about 10 years older than she did when she fell asleep. Because none of you have seen her in the morning.
Wake up
Before-
and
She's got a great face care regimen.
She looks like, you know when you can just tell by looking at someone that they are really unwell?
Yeah.
She's got that really pallid, sweaty, just like not good. Morning.
Ellie, once we get done with all the godblight stuff, I will make you a salve. Or probably more of a tincture. It won't
Thank you.
help. And
That
she
would be
like
nice.
kind of walks over to just poking and prodding a little bit. She's like, it'll make you feel better, but it won't really fix anything.
I think I'll be alright. And Allie will stand up and going to the window, which I'm assuming is like slick with condensation from the night
Yeah.
before. She'll put her hand to the window and a hand to like her chest or probably her temple. And you just see as the water just absorbs from the window, runs down her arm and just heals her headache just the slightest amount.
Does more water heal you more, or does a little water can do all of it?
Any water heals, but it's about my own strength more than anything else. It's I can't do it often. Just 3 times, I think at the moment, 2 or 3 times. Yeah, and it's nothing like, that. And Ali will point at the mechanical spider.
It's okay. That one tickles.
Yeah, this one just, it's cooling.
Mm.
It's like jumping in a bath full of ice.
Eee.
Helps focus me. It helps focus me.
Mhm. Do you
Right.
think we need to clean up the blood, or will somebody else do that?
I'm already doing it.
Looks like
Oh, I
someone
meant-
else is doing it.
Well, I meant more
it's
like
me with
the
a wand, just
footprints.
kind of.
And I'll like
Yeah.
point out of the door and like the 2 floors. Like prestidigitation could do that, right? And she just starts like
Oh.
woof, woof, woof.
I'll be right back. Oh, Aurelian, I have
Okay.
a present for you, and I'll throw you a calligraphy nib that I've fiddled around with.
Yes.
Well,
Down.
Oh, you're
like, 2
downstairs.
floors at the bar. Yeah.
oh, I thought we
Free,
were
thank you.
downstairs at the bar. Yes, I will
Yeah.
when I do that.
Well, no, you go down 2 floors in order to get to the first floor.
Geo-
Depends on what part
Civilized
of the
in
world
this
we're
land,
in.
we go ground, second, third. We are of a civilized sort of continent in Gwendis.
Weird.
That still uses feet.
I'll clean the blood, and then I'll head down to find
Oh, when you
Aurelian.
get out there, Leo, there's someone already going through. A very tired worker that just has a wand and is just like pointing at things. You see, there's just like vomit is just lifting off the ground. No, not you.
Oh.
Morning.
Good morning. Good luck. I'll head downstairs.
Okay.
Oh,
You all realize
replay this
you
thing.
were meant to be
Good morning,
first
Aurelian.
light to Lord Colanas. Said he'd be ready for you. It's
Yeah.
not first light.
No, it's not.
We need to get going. I think we're late. I have a
Hey.
gift for you.
Someone told me I could have coffee.
It's coming.
Yeah.
How many of the automatic writing quills can Aurelian use at once?
To a level of quality that he would be happy with. 3. Any more than that would be.
Mhm.
You'd be starting to mull
The
your
dog
work.
barked.
All 3 of them
Yep.
are going on different manuscript paper, and they're all just like furiously like writing away. At like the table while Aurelian is kind of looking at them and just kind of like sipping a coffee and
All right.
good morning.
Good morning. Your criticism of my scrivenery has scratched an itch. A dab hand at tinkering. Fixed my feather.
Oh, wonderful.
I seem to think that I might need a couple more of these, and I put out a small calligraphy nib that looks to be inlaid with glass gems, and it's a wonderfully carved piece of brass that I've just tinkered with in the 10 minutes before bed. There you go.
Pick it up and I'm like, thank you.
Well, look,
Aurelian will wave a hand and like a box opens and like a box of like various different like manuscript paper, calligraphy tools, brushes, pens, hundreds, like not hundreds, but like dozens of nibs, and we'll just put it with all the other ones.
oh, the ink will
And then-
change color depending on which glass is brightest as you write.
Usually, people prefer to read in black ink, and he'll wave his hand and close the box.
What a
thank you.
novelty.
Leo just invented gel pens.
Yeah, no, he's invented those 4-clicker, the big biros.
Yeah.
Oh god.
While this conversation's been going on, like the quills haven't stopped.
We are running late.
I've been waiting for all of you. Very deep sleepers.
You
Just
could have opened
Allie-
the shop.
ready and there's Ria.
Okay.
Hey,
You have a
morning.
fun night last evening.
No.
I don't think they punched any
yes,
children.
for the
were they?
party part, yes. I'm sorry.
For
Well, Dara told me this morning that apparently that I lied because I misunderstood what they said, and then I told everybody a thing because I was drunk. So I'm sorry.
what is it that you said?
Well, I thought they told the lawmaster, and they told me that you had to pay money because you punched the lawmaster's kid. But then this morning they said that that's not what they said. So I'm sorry.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, then that's fine. We'll just leave it at that. I heard they said I could have coffee, and she like kind of like wanders away to Leo.
In this more like early morning side of things, Leo, as you look around this at the various paintings and stuff, could you roll me a history check?
Gladly.
Hmm.
And yeah, based lies. Absolutely.
Oh, my history's fantastic. Funny that. 23.
You see the paintings of Alara Thornbrook, and it clicks with you. Alara Thornbrook is somewhat arguably one of the most renowned authors in Mantarthir.
Well, that explains the venue.
What explains the venue?
Oh. Lara Thornbrook.
Oh yeah, a lot of Thornbrook is E. Thornbrook.
Huh. I've read several of their novels. Quite good.
Okay, so this is like a school-based thing,
Leo, I will
right, Tom?
clarify something in detail here. The reason they're famous
Yeah,
is because they write smut.
Thank you. That is an important qualification. I have seen. Thank you. I've seen several of the.
I had to let you walk your way
novel-
into that one. I apologize.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
required.
you've seen several of the.
No, Leo
of
has
them.
definitely not read any of these.
Yes,
Are they the kind with like the Fabio guys on the front?
Yeah, like literally Mills and
Oh,
Boo.
yeah.
You know, they're all for some reason like country based with like plaid, like the guys have
Yeah.
like, plaid shirts, but they're all open, and like the woman is like
Yeah.
draped over them, just like.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing in the wind. Yep.
They seem to be quite popular, but they're a little bit. racy
Such
for my
famous
tastes.
titles as To Love a Loxodon.
So you do know about E. Thornbrook then?
Oh yes, it's a bit gauche and racy. It's not really the stuff I normally pick up, but it is very popular.
Oh, it's the saucy stuff. Okay. Right, though.
I think you, for certain. You probably like the tiefling ones, don't you?
No, not particularly.
Insight check.
No more than anything else. Gladly.
Roll me an insight.
Oh fuck. Okay. Are you sure?
We're inciting each other's sexual preferences.
Of course.
Name a better way to spend
That's
a
what
session.
D&D's for.
15.
15. What do you think that gets, Leo?
Hmm?
What do you think a 15 will get on that scale?
Oh, Leo's honest. None of this does anything for him. Literally none
It's
of
all
it.
about that.
I think that would
Knowledge.
be way more interesting. Like seeing Erlian's reaction to like, nah, I'm good, is going to be so much more interesting than if he thought he was onto something.
No. If it's not the Encyclopedia Britannica, or
That's what gets you happy.
Oh well, E. Thornbrook has written an anatomical book before.
is that a fact? Is it a reference material, or is it insight check? This is some bullshit.
Pride and
Roll me an
penises.
insight.
Not the pride and penis.
19.
19. Aurelian?
Only pun I could come up with.
That's a good one.
I'll roll for fun. I mean, the books are anatomical.
They
Yeah,
do
that's what I
have
thought.
extremely accurate detail.
Hmm.
Could be good as a reference material, I suppose. Maybe I'll pick one up.
I'm sure you'll need all the experience you need.
Experience
Damn.
isn't the problem.
Shall we
Coffee.
shall we go see
Kalena.
Kalana? Thank you. My brain is soup.
Coffee.
Did you
Miss,
get your coffee?
She's just like at the bar, like doing little.
I feel like Ali would be doing the same, but for breakfast beer. Ale.
So, as you all make your way to Lord Colana's, you get there like solid brunch time of like 10:30, which is a shy few hours away from like the.
Cassandra just crossed his arms, tapping his toes at the front door.
No,
I'm
as you-
waiting.
As you get in there, there's like very much so like an infirmary setup. Like it's very, very medicinal, very just like sterile environment. As you get in there, Lord Kalana and Calicindir are talking. You see Calicindir is talking to a younger looking elven man with like a deeper purple skin, similar white hair. As Calicindir kind of looks over, he goes, "All right. I need all of you to go and get in a line. This is one by one. First things first, we're going to assess if you have Godblight. Truly or not.
Righto.
Okay, let's get to it.
Who's first?
Ali, no stranger to this. I'll go.
So he pulls out this like large grimoire. And you see this younger Starless elf is kind of just hovering over his shoulders, kind of looking in. He recites an incantation in, I would say, a language none of you speak. Actually, handedly, I would say none of you speak. But Rhea, do you want to roll me a just D20?
I got a natural 20 again.
You feel like you've
Okay,
heard
that-
similar sounding words before. You can't place where. But as he speaks and casts an incantation over Ali, he goes, "All right, good. I won't lie to you, you're definitely sick with something, but it's not Godblight.
Oh,
That's not good news, because
Yeah.
it's definitely more than just the blood curse we know that you have. All right, next.
okay.
All right. You want to go first?
I
You
got
see,
it.
he steps back and he folds his arm and he whispers into what you assume is an apprentice's ear. And he goes, right, you try it this time.
I recognize the language. What is it?
It's an old dialect of the old gods. It's not relevant. It's just what the spell is written in. It's from back when the War of the Gods, when there was more old gods on the prime material and their followers were closer to their true forms. This was a very common ritual back what when. And his apprentice kind of reads it out, and a little bit more unsure, but as he kind of looks over, he turns to Calicindir and he goes, "There's definitely something, but it does not ping as Godblight in my mind." Yeah,
You think she gave us a curse?
bites on his song, I guess. We'll do all of you before we make a conclusion. Who's next?
Well, Aurelian, you or me? I'm happy to go.
I say you first.
Me it is.
The apprentice casts the spell again, looking over you, concerned. Whispers the result to Calicindir, and he just goes next.
Very well.
Yours was a secret.
And the best for last.
It has nothing to do with it. Please step forward.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Fucking destroyed.
We all know it's
That
true.
man had a family.
Calicindir Thalkalzir has dealt with worse.
Yeah, yes.
As he takes the grimoire off the apprentice and casts it one more time on Aurelian, kind of furrows his brow a little bit, looking it over all of you. And then he kind of closes the book and just starts speaking an incantation from memory. and his eyes kind of, you see the stars that are in them that would reflect a night sky start just rapidly, like kind of like they're zooming across the galaxy as he looks at you.
What?
Right. Good news. It's not Godblight.
Oh, wonderful.
But
Bad news, we don't know.
Bad news.
it's something.
From what I can ascertain, the Bloody Dame has mocked each of you.
I had a nightmare about her last night. But it felt like her. It didn't feel like a nightmare.
Mhm.
I'll look into it, but I'm no stranger to dreams of odd sort. I'll have to figure out. We don't know what this mark is. It's not across the known spells that I've come across of old gods and their markings. And within my communion knowledge, it is not there either.
Mhm.
Before you leave, can I ask you an unrelated question?
You may, I may not answer.
Why do you have the same eyes as my grandparents?
I have a few ideas, but I won't disclose anything until I'm certain of them.
Al.
Motherfuckers avoiding questions another campaign later.
God fucking damn it.
These are star elven eyes. There are not many star elves in existence still. It's not an easy process to become one, but it is not impossible.
So, hypothetically, if what you're saying is true, then Rhea, are your grandparents star elves?
I don't know. I guess.
I look at
Strange.
Callisinder.
Stone cold.
Well,
They might be.
is it common knowledge that old gods take star elven forms?
No.
I thought it was brought up last week.
It was
by,
brought up, yeah.
It was brought up that they
Al-
can, but it's not like a common, like every old god does this.
hmm
Yeah.
Rhea, who are your grandparents?
Also,
Granny, she's so.
I would say for all the
What?
history buffs here, pretty much everyone here, the name Callisinder Thalkazir is a name in Quenthos. Like it
Yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
commonly
100%.
known.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the sidekick to Donovan Bailey.
Who's Donovan Bailey? The world does not quite recognize that name. It's not quite-
Damn.
Unfortunate. not in these parts. In more
That's part of the
civilized
reason
parts of
why
the world,
Rhea
like
wanted to
the-
ask him. Because of how well known he is. And how
Aurelian
well informed
just in
he
his
is.
head. Aurelian just in his head when he first met Kelsey was like, I thought he'd be taller and
Taller, he's like
More
7'10". He's fucking tall.
Yeah. Looking up at him. I thought he'd be
Maybe
taller.
brawnier
yeah.
I thought he'd have
More
more
for all the
muscle.
paintings.
Yes.
He's painted with a six pack. I don't get it. He's painted.
Like, I don't know, just
Goddamn
Granny's a witch of
paintings.
the woad, and then I have Paparelli, and he's a great mage.
Okay.
Does
Very
Papa
curious.
really have a longer name? Like Leo does and like Ali does?
No, that's stupid. We don't need long names in the woad.
Alright, it's also the Woad.
Okay.
Yeah, the rules
I
don't apply.
They. Sometimes they do.
Maybe a Yundorf.
My parents had longer names, but
Regardless,
So are we all good then? No Godblight.
no godblight. Not good, but no godblight. Which hopefully
Kind of
now
bad.
I will study into it further, but that leads me to believe that you are either lucky enough that she did not transition into her true form, or I would assume the easier option is it was her spiritual form you released.
So we're better
Okay.
off.
One would hope so.
Has anyone told you that you're very vague and not very reassuring?
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. It's a drastically dire situation you've put yourselves and the world in. We have enough threats coming into us as it is with the Dragon King. There's potential at any moment. To have another old god, let alone the bloody dame, who could throw into off balance the Eye of Ruin, it truly could be disastrous what you've done. We don't know the consequences of it yet, but we'll do our best to...
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are. We took a job.
I don't care who you are. I was here to ascertain something, and I've ascertained it.
It was not our fault that we released an old god. All we needed to do was figure out what the portals were linked to.
You went to hell and
I
you
don't
went
believe
to
that.
the demonic realm and you released something. That was not within
went-
your mission at all, from what I'm told.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's
No,
done.
Ria,
I didn't
Excuse me.
mean. No, she's right. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just didn't know what to do. Is there anything else that you need from us?
Not as of now. If I think of anything,
have
I
any
will come to you.
Advice.
Is there anything
For
else you want
us.
us to do?
Advice? I've dealt with all manner of god, old and ascended. Expect danger. Prepare yourself for the worst. Hope for the best, I suppose. Make strong allies. They will get you through the toughest of it. Trust in your own ability. Prepare for everything you can. Anything else I need from you? No.
Thank you.
I can find you if I need to. It wouldn't take long.
Thank you very much, Prince Calasindir.
You're welcome. Should
Thank
you
you very
encounter
much.
the bloody dame again, then yes, reach out to Lord Carlana. He can find me.
Wonderful. We'll hope we don't need a second chance for it.
I've wasted enough of my morning. You can all go.
All right. Thank you.
He just turns to his apprentice and starts discussing
Hmm.
in Elvish
What are they talking about?
the results.
I
It's
speak
not
it
like
as
they're
well.
discussing in Elvish to
Yeah.
hide it from you. It's just because it's their native each.
Yeah. Oh, I do speak Infernal.
Nice.
There we go. I've learned something new today.
Oh, the Tavis.
Let's go to Lady Tavis.
To Tavis.
What a pretentious cuck.
No shit.
We've left
Look-
by now.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's,
He can still hear us though.
You would think that someone with that amount of training and lifestyle would have a little bit of better bedside manner.
Oh my god.
Why? They probably don't need it. Honestly, it's nice having a, some form of healer who, is willing to share any information at all.
Right,
Sure,
like
but
at
they
his
always think
concerned
they're
looks.
so. They always think they're so entitled and conceited, and They don't
small
care
amount
about
of
us.
empathy.
Eh,
Hello, your memories could be getting eaten by this disease of an old god. You stumbled upon a circumstance in which you have no,
power?
which is way outside of your skill set.
well, it's not even
A
just
bit of
it's-
empathy.
It's not even just Calasindia. It's also just, I mean, Cthulhu was the one who also assigned it. And
No, no.
what kind of old god sealing ritual makes it so that anybody could walk in and just release the soul of an old god?
I think that's part of the confusion.
Ria,
What?
Ria, look. This is not your fault.
That's
Rhea like does that eye roll and just starts
Yeah.
walking away. Feel free to chase after her. She's just like, if it's absolutely my fault.
Aurelian's like, she's
Yeah,
no bedside
stop.
manner. What a cook. She's
Yeah. All right, let's all
It's
just stop telling her it's not her fault.
it's still fresh. Let her be.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't get over this, Venzeridin is going to eat her alive. You know this, Leo.
No, it won't.
Well, that's
because
what I'm
we are
for.
here to help her. We're all here for that, Leo.
She's more resilient than you think.
100%.
She's just a stranger in a strange land. You should see her on home turf. It's remarkable.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Rhea, as you walk on ahead, though, you notice as you kind of are walking, there's a little bit of a paper stuffed in a grate up ahead of you.
I go over and I grab it.
As you
I
go over
open
and
it
grab it opens up. It's a familiar enough handwriting. It just says, she's not good. Why she looks like her, I don't know. We've never known anyone like that. I'm sorry you lost your friend.
I feel like
Love, Paparelli.
should like take the paper and just like kind of like hold it real close, like not crumpling it too much, just kind of like fold it back up to how it was and put it in her notebook.
Okay.
Like I assume you guys like see like from
Yeah,
like
yeah.
20 feet away or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
met up and
Lear will trot up next to you.
Papa really wrote back.
Oh, that's nice. Good news.
He doesn't know, so which is weird. He knows almost everything. So very concerning.
More things to
Strange.
learn.
Further back, I think like Aurelian's like leaning towards Aline going, did she just take someone's sewer bill?
I don't think so, because normally sewer bills aren't stuffed into sewer grates. They're normally delivered to the person. I think it was just a random bit of paper. I'm honestly not that surprised. She takes things. I'm glad that she probably can't lift my glaive, otherwise I feel like it may have already, disappeared.
Right.
Come on, it's just around here.
Okay. And
Aurelian's gonna like
that's-
squeeze a water skin in Allie's face and just run towards the group.
Ellie looks incredibly refreshed and like great about it. Like this water has helped her so much. And
She
she'll,
didn't wash her face this morning, so
Yeah, no,
Same thing.
100%. And Ellie will reach into her satchel and rub the pauldron of her dad's armor and then set off. Let's go.
So, as you make your way to Lady Tavis's manor, it's quiet outside of it. Funny enough, there's one kind of stationary guard. He kind of sees you approach. Oh, you all here very early.
Yeah.
No godblight.
It's good information, I suppose. The lady.
What was your name, sorry?
You know what? Good on you. Not a lot of people ask that of gods. What's your name? My name's Norrell.
My name's Ellie. It's a pleasure to meet you, Norrell.
Thank you. You know what? I feel seen today. The amount of people that just
You are
walk
seen.
by.
You do important work.
Yeah, like
Never
I know
heard
I'm just
of
guarding a
anyone named
manor,
Norrell.
but like, fuck, I gotta pay the bills.
Of course.
Exactly right.
Never met anyone named Norrell. What a nice name.
Thank you. It comes. My family is. He kind of takes off the helmet. He's got like very clear elven features. My family comes from over near the Torthwoods. We migrated to Randrum a couple generations ago and been living there. And I thought I'd try my hand over here. There was a bit of work going. Went on a caravan to Arvora, stopped off in Arvagrad, and then made my way down. You're not interested. No.
No, of course
I'm
not.
very
I'm
interested.
familiar, and she just starts kind of talking about like the differences between the two areas, and like she's like full on conversation.
My family's from the Taurus.
Oh, anyone I'd know?
Northern Taurus. I mean, honestly, probably the Chandril family.
Oh shit! Nice. Wait.
Yeah.
Your dad is then like the Chandril guy, right?
Yeah. It's no big deal. Please
you do me
don't
a
treat
favor?
me any differently. Yeah, sure.
Takes a picture. If you ever see your dad, could you get me an autograph?
Hey, if I see my dad, I'll get myself one too.
I feel weird handing you this now.
It's all right. Ali will take it.
He kind of like holds it a little
Give
bit.
him a little clap on the shoulder.
Yeah. Grabs it, pat on the shoulder. All right, shall we?
I'll see if the Lady Tavis is up. Please wait here as he goes to the door
Thank
and
you. We
speaks to the
look
guard inside.
very looked after.
I feel like you guys definitely you sensed a little bit of a hitch in Ali as soon as when Norrell said, "If you ever see your dad." There's a little like.
did.
Yeah, he accidentally said that, oh, that's not a nice thing to say in a conversation.
How do you all think that Norrell is spelled?
Norril is my guess.
I think it probably starts with no. It starts with a K or a
N-O-R-R-I-L
G.
is correct.
This is not the start of the session, and we already did the spelling bee.
I assumed it would be more like gnarled, like with a G.
No, I need to
I was
look.
tempted.
I need to write down the name, just because you have now named a character on this story.
So,
I mean, I'm sure he named himself, or his
a
parents
couple
did.
seconds later, Norrell comes back and he goes, the Lady Tavis is about. She was not quite expecting you, but if you make your way into the foyer, she will be with you shortly.
Oh, we'll sit and
Are
wait.
there
Thank
still
you.
the shoes by the door?
There is.
Thank you.
Before she picks up the shoe, she just like scrunches her nose, and I'm like,
So, as you go in and wait,
What
it's
is it
maybe
about?
20, 30 minutes before Lady Tavis actually makes her. She's still definitely like sleepwear, very fancy, kind of like fur cuffs to it, like this black sheer, like throw over her. She kind of goes, yeah, I thought you would all be in Lord Colana's quite much longer.
Yeah,
No,
it's,
God,
Forgive
look,
me, I'm
there's
not a
Mark,
morning
though.
person.
it's okay.
Fair enough.
Neither am I normally.
We're all clear of Godblight. Nothing to be done.
We haven't marked her, though.
However, they did notice that in our blood.
Yeah.
Well, there's runes to help with that.
Yes. I think I'll look towards the rest of the party.
Mhm.
I think that we are looking at accepting your offer of
With one caveat.
All right.
Ali.
The debt
Step back and
to
let you
the
take-
the debt to the Kalari Arena has been paid off. We appreciate your offer, but I was able to manage on my own.
That's fine. That was part of our wager for going into the well more than anything else, so I don't mind. Anyway, you all got more interesting after you left that well, so I don't mind.
So I think
I'm glad
yes,
you chose to accept the offer.
guilty.
I'm not quite sure where to place you, admittedly. In terms of potential, I feel like there's a lot there from what we've seen and reported to us. So we'll start off with some light work. There's some stuff to
Okay.
to look into. But I'm here to help you with this. I want to see you succeed. I think there's a great many interesting things about you, and I think we can have a mutually beneficial arrangement together.
Of course.
I will come clean on a few things after we sign some contracts. As she
Fair.
Very well.
rings a bell,
And,
and you see these.
And the runes for the curse.
Once the contract is signed. They are benefits
well.
of my patronage.
Is
That
this like
was
a
part
world
of the deal.
promise?
Sort of.
No, dear, you are very correct. This is written on paper taken from trees in the wood.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Pull my branch out.
okay.
As we won't go into like details because it's boring to discuss contracts for the stream perspective, but it's very
Yeah,
much so.
I
Like,
think
Is there
Ali-
anything Bucky.
No.
And then
So as you read over it,
Okay.
I will say you guys are keen eye enough, and I'm not going to screw you guys over with something like this. That it's a very loose thing to basically be. The Lady Lindis Tavis will assist you in matters unknown currently, once within her realm of expertise, such as knowledge, wealth, or identity, should it come up, in exchange for work on various tasks and dealings that would come to the Tavis estate.
Mhm.
There is a clause that if you wish to exit her service, if there's any outstanding overdue payment that she has given you in advance, you must work off deals until that is done, until you are square.
Yep.
And if you are owed money at the end of the service, she'll be parted with. Should you come to the end of your contract within a year, as in kind of complete on both sides and happy, she offers a small estate in Venzeridin, a small little home, should you re-sign in a year's time.
Oh.
One other thing, is there a mention of like danger pay? I suppose would be the best way
There
to
is
describe
a
it in terms
point
of.
being said where you will be provided with a more senior operative within the Tavis estate
Mhm.
to guide you on these missions till a date comes
Okay.
that you either do not need it or perhaps the groups will be merged. Pay will be given in accordance to the difficulty of tasks set out and negotiated upon per task.
Okay,
And
sweet.
the part that's talking about doing jobs for her, is there a thing that says like within your scope of ability, or just like, hey,
Yeah.
cool, go throw yourselves into a volcano?
No, it's
Cool. Okay.
within reasonable discussion, and jobs will be agreed upon for apt pay.
Cool. Awesome.
With a
Yeah,
consideration that you will still have to take work to continue gaining your benefits.
Yeah, specifically in the benefits, what is mentioned about access to resources beyond Lady Tavis, specifically the vaults of Mantara.
They'll be handed on a case-by-case basis based on request and necessity for jobs as they arise, with a very much so kind of open-ended, and it's left purposely vague. There is great rewards potential should you prove above and beyond the call of duty.
Cool.
But if
Based
you
on
kind
our
of
KDR, got it.
yeah, based on how well you do, she's open to offering you more rewards. But it's all like there's not like I will give you blood magic if you do X amount of jobs.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's much more
Okay,
discussion that you'll have to have with her.
Can I borrow a quill?
You can, as she summons forth, and there's these very like beautiful quills carved from ironwood.
Very nice.
Now could have a fae in her service, huh?
And she takes a little giggle.
It would burn them a little bit. We would have a different quill for them.
All right.
Sorry, it's full names.
Yes, please.
And she like, oh, sorry.
The full name you recognize
Yeah.
yourself by is the important part for the word.
Ali signs with her full name, but at the end of the signature, both of the L's are designed to look like glaives.
Reassigns Wisteria Wodeborn and hands her the contract.
Wisteria. That's sick. I like that.
That's cute. I didn't know you had a full name.
It takes longer.
Does everyone
Big
sign?
formal
Mhm.
Gives
Lionel Cornelius Van Horn. 1, 2, 3.
Just a very fancy Avama.
Big Mama.
As she kind of looks over them. Perfect. Well, I suppose there's much to discuss then. I suppose first things first. She kind of goes to a desk near her, and she opens it up, and you see there's this like this vial of what you think is like a very brackish liquid, and then she gives it like a bit of a swirl shake, and you notice it kind of decongeals into like this thin blood. She goes, about those runes, I don't know what the marking is, but I don't know what the purpose is, I should say. But I can mask your presence and make it more difficult for something to track you by blood. Yeah. handy trick I
I don't-
picked up.
Probably very helpful. I don't know if it's something that she did, but I had a nightmare about her last night, but it didn't quite just feel like a normal nightmare. She was talking to me.
Well, that's not something we want, so we'll have a look into that. I will start looking into any historic records of the Bloody Dame contacting people by dreams. We do know gods have done, has contacted people by dreams, but we don't know
I
if
just wasn't sure. I thought it would be helpful. Sorry.
No, it's
All information is good.
there's no such thing as bad information right now. So we will look into it. I will any way I can look into things. I will. I will genuinely do my best to keep an eye out for anything that could come up for this. First things first that you're going to do for me though. Just north of Venzeridon, there's a package I've been trying to retrieve for a client that's paying good money. There's a pesky group of marauders up north of Venzeridon known as the Hidden Rings. They've been plaguing that a little bit. So we need to get the package back from them. That's your job. I have someone who will meet you shortly. And they will help guide you through this time.
Sounds good.
What's in the package?
Don't know. It's a locked package. It's a lockbox that's been quite difficult finding to open, but my contact in Thiel says they know how to open it. It's very much so on the don't open, don't ask questions side of things. I'm not being paid to ask questions. You're not being paid to ask questions on this, for that matter, really. Our job is to retrieve this, no questions asked. Remember, a big part
just
of
trying to
working
figure
with
out.
me is discretion. We do know it's
I
about
understand.
yay by yay. It's not very big.
I was just about to get to that. I was wondering if we needed to ask for a wagon.
No, but
That won't be required.
she kind of clicks her fingers. A servant comes forward and has this very nice bag. A nice haversack should keep your things.
Very well.
Handy haversack.
Out of character. Let's go! In character. Huh?
Well, I'm happy to take it, but Aurelian, I've already got a backpack. Do you want to hold on to that? Otherwise, I could swap over. I don't mind.
You've
Anyway,
got more
this is
things.
administration for later.
It is.
You've got more things than I do.
No one asked Ali.
Doesn't
if she
matter who
wanted.
takes it. It will keep things safe. But your job is to go and get that. There's much
Very
to
well.
discuss, but we'll get to that. As she takes a fingernail and dips it in the blood and starts drawing this very archaic looking rune, just like a single letter of some old script over each of you, kind of in the ether, and you feel no different. But she seems to be confident that something's happened.
Does it look similar to
Lady
the
Thomas.
runes that I would have seen from the other Witches of the Wood?
Not quite the same vein, but not the same runes, but very similar in craft and cast.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
It's
Look
incredibly
you up
old
and set off.
magic.
It predates our current understanding of magic. It's back from when there was hags, giants, and dryads. How they did magic before the old gods started seeping it into reality.
Possible to learn that magic.
It would take time, but it is not impossible, yes. If you have the aptitude, I can show you the old runes. I know a great many of them. I won't pretend to be a master of all of them, but I do know enough that helps me circumvent some small issues.
It's from not from our world though. It's very similar. The runes are different.
It's very similar, but it's the Fae, the Vitrisian witches. Show me.
Oh,
Remarkable.
Do we have a timeline on this job?
I would ideally like it done within. It's about. We know the the Hidden Rings to be camping about 2 days north of here, so what if we say around 10 days to account for any issues? Seems fair.
Very
Mind
well.
you, if you don't get it done in this time, that won't make me stop working with you. None of this will. I'm just trying to assess the level of complexity you can handle as of right now.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Think of this
Hey,
as
Carl.
a skill gauge. I want to see how well you work. As I said, I will have someone brought here. We'll leave this evening
So-
if you can, or tomorrow evening if you can't. She'll be ready.
Okay.
All
So
right.
should we expect to meet back here, or
Yes. And I will say this.
I think
If you could come after sundown for me, that is preferable.
Okay.
we'll do.
Understood. Fair enough. Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No, we'll leave you to your sleep.
You're very good. I'm sure Emmeline will be excited to meet you. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Emmeline.
Sneak peek.
But yeah, that's the session, guys. We got a little name hint there, but we finally picked a patron. We're ready to get into it. We don't have Godblight. That's great.
That is great.
Super convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks for hanging out. 1 second.
I've never
If I had a nickel
Godblight.
for every time I've had Godblight, it would only be once.
But yeah,
But that would be
be
a
zero.
shiny nickel.
it is a shiny, shiny nickel. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.